Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Mentor VFX. Every model has a beginning series class number 3. I am your teacher Ovais, and in our today's lesson we will model our leather strap and our keys holder. And before start our class number 3, I want to make a general request. I want to request all of you one thing. So if you are enjoying this free series and want to support my work, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Your support motivates me to keep creating more high quality content like this. Now let's don't waste our time and start our modeling. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started.
From imagination to reality, from learning to mastery, one step forward, one creation.
This is not the keychain variant we actually modeled previously in our two classes. So yeah, this is the setup I actually created, and actually I record this lesson also the second time because first time this mic has been that I actually plugged this over here is just its battery running out and it will be off. So that part is some sort of more scarier than this tutorial part that I actually created. Okay, anyways, so you're gonna see this is the thing I did over here. You're gonna see we have actually two keychain variants. That's a nice thing, right? So let's just I will just get rid of all of these things. You're gonna see this is our keychain leather strap keys holder. Okay, you're gonna see this one is our keys holder. Anyways, I will just press the spacebar plus H key and I will just get rid of all of these nodes that I actually created over here, or maybe I will just also get rid of this setup. Okay, so over here, and also this is our keys holder. Let's just delete this one also, and this is our keys holder. Let's just delete this one, and you're gonna see here we actually left off. But one more thing, okay, let's just do this thing. I will just say from frame 0 to 240. Okay, and I will just reset this anyways. Okay, so in our today's lesson, like I told you before, that we will create our leather strap, but here I want to told you something that in our okay, chain body out and plug this in over here. This should be fine. Let's just align them some sort of like this. Okay, it should be fine. And what this reverse node does over here, let's just see. Okay, keychain body out. Okay, it should be fine. What is this one? This is our logo printout, and I think it should be fine for us. Or maybe we will just grab this one from here and we will just come up over here. This should also be fine. Or maybe where is this circle? Let's just align them some sort of like this, and yeah, it should be fine. Anyways, this is the same setup we created over here, and like I told you before in our first lesson, that I told you that we will actually start modeling our leather strap from a PNG. Okay, we will just trace some sort of points and we will create a curve over here, and so this is the part here we will do actually some sort of things. I will also delete this one. We will do this in a second, a bit later. Okay, so if you want to download that PNG, you will make sure in this lesson description you will download it from there. There are some sort of notes that I give you about this lesson, and I will actually give you that PNG. So which PNG? Let's just see. If I go over here in the downloads, or maybe I will just here I want to tell you one more thing. When you download that PNG, it will be in your downloads over here in this PC. Okay, you will go over here and just copy that PNG or cut that PNG and paste it where you created your Houdini, this file, this model file. So I created it in my hard drive. You gonna know that, and I will just go where I will save my file of this model, and here you gonna see there is some sort of folder. This folder actually I created it manually. Okay, so I name it PNGs, and inside that PNG folder you gonna see this is the image. I paste it over here from the downloads. I copy that file and paste it inside our folder over here. Okay, I hope you will understand my words. Okay, make sure you will create a new folder over here of PNGs and paste it over here. Wherever, if you save your Houdini file, your modeling file in your C drive, then you must be paste it over there. Anyways, let's just import this file, this PNG in Houdini. How? Let's just press the escape key first. So nothing has been selected over here. I will just press the D key from my keyboard. What it does, you gonna see it will open a window, and over here what we want to do, we want to just go on the background option, and on here you gonna see there are a lot of options: perspective, camera, top, front. Let's just don't uh, get let's just don't take the stress of the other things. We will just go on the right view simply, and I will just do this thing over here. Okay, or maybe revert to default. Anyways, I will just press this icon. You're gonna see this small arrow. I will just press this icon, not the small arrow, but the right one icon over here. I will go where I save my file or my PNG. Okay, so over here, here, and this one over here, my PNG folder, and this one image. And you're gonna see that nothing has been happened in your viewport. You don't see your image. Okay, I will set this to my smooth file shaded mode. Okay, you're gonna see that nothing has been you're gonna don't see the image. Yeah, it's simple, because you're gonna import that image in your right view. So we are right now in our perspective view. What we need to do, we just hold the spacebar key and then press the B key. What it does, it will simply move us in our 4 ortho views, and make sure that you will turn on this link ortho views check, and whenever you go in the 3 of the ortho views and press the spacebar plus H key, you're gonna see all of the 3 ortho views have been aligned at the same time. And over here I will just hold the spacebar plus B key while hover over on my right view, and you're gonna see I will come up over here. Here I will just press the W key to make sure where my leather strap is, and over here you're gonna say you just copy these values. You're gonna say image scale, so I will use these values to scale this image down. You're gonna see its opacity should be down, and brightness also 1, and image quality. And right now what I actually want to do, I want to move it a bit downwards over here. So how? Let me show you. I will just let's see, I will add 178 value, and you're gonna see it will move it upwards. So I will just 1.5, and you're gonna see it will move it downwards. 1.6, it will move it upwards, and maybe 1.675 works for us. And I hope so it will work for us. And maybe 7, 1.7. Okay, it should be fine right now. And what I want to do is just I will close this window, and over here we start modeling our leather strap. So how? Let's just go in our perspective view, or maybe in our right view. I will just add a node over here called our, I press the tab key and say curve bezier. maybe you used curve polygon also, but I used curve bezier. Make sure you used any of these nodes. Okay, here I will just set my display flag over here. I will press spacebar plus H key in my viewport. Okay, and over here you don't see anything, and when you add this node, set your display flag on this node. This is our display flag, you must be known. Okay, I go in my hover in my viewport and press the enter key, so that node has been selected. When I will press the enter key in our viewport after selecting our node, it means that we select our node. Okay, so it will work, so it will start working. And over here, what I actually want to do, I just want to trace this image. Okay, so before start tracing, I will just click on this and say grid snapping over here, and I press the X key, and over here I will just start tracing our image. Yeah, the grid snapping doesn't work for us because this image has been created by me, but don't worry, later I hope so I will get how to make those sort of image that uh, Houdini official channel gave us. Okay, so over here I will just trace this image some sort of like this. You must follow these steps. Don't worry, if you make a mistake, we will adjust it later with our selection tool over here. And over here I will just select this one. Okay, this one, here, and over here. Okay, over here I press the X key over here, and if it snaps, okay, it's not snapping anyways. Okay, so I just hold the Alt key, scroll up and down whenever we want. So over here, 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 I hope these tutorials that I created will help us in Houdini modeling. So over here and just over here, it should be fine. And I press the escape key, or maybe before pressing the escape key I select my selection tool over here, and we will make adjustments as I say before. So over here I select this one. Over here maybe this one should be fine, or maybe we adjust some sort of like this. And about this sort of edge, don't worry, we will adjust after adding some sort of resample node over here. And over here it should be fine, maybe this one a bit up over here, and it's fine for now. Okay, and what we need to do right now, I just hold the spacebar plus B key again, and I will hover over on my perspective viewport, and I will just hold the spacebar plus B key, and over here we will come up over here, and you're gonna see what it is. It is just a curve. Okay, it is just a line or curve. Okay, this one I am saying. Okay, and what we need to do right now, we will add a resample node right now, sample. What this resample node does, we will just add some sort of more points over here, so we will make sure that our point selection has been selected. I will select my selection tool. Its shortcut key should be S, and then I press the 2 key. Okay, right now we have these points, and I will just turn on this maximum segments, and I will just say some sort of 80 divisions, or maybe some sort of 90, maybe 120. Okay, it should be fine. Or maybe I will just come up over here, spacebar B over here, and I will just say press the enter key over here, and I will just do this thing over here. Okay, so it should be a nice thing. And over here let's say some sort of things like this, and over here let's just see. Okay, about this one, it should be fine. Okay, right now, quite nice. Okay, and over here we add this to sample node. I pull the spacebar plus B key coming up over here, and you're gonna see it's a nice curve right now, because before there is uh, an corner over here or whatever it is. Anyways, I will just say I hold the S key, I press the S key then the 2 key to select my point selection, and over here what we want to do right now, I will just uh, turn on this template display flag, and over here what we want to do right now is just we will add a sweep node over here, SWEEP, shift plus enter, and you gonna see what it is. So over here what I want to do, I press the W key, but it's not working over here, so let's just add a normal node over here. Okay, anyways, here we come up on our sweep node, and this is the thing I hate. Okay, anyways, here we will just set this ribbon selection, and from here what we want to do, we will just say roll this on 90 degrees over here, and you're gonna see the results over here. And what we want to do right now, spacebar H over here. Okay, and what we want to do right now, we will align this ladder strap with our cut it part over here. So how? Let's just make sure add a transform node, or maybe no, we don't need the transform node. So over here we will just go this box one, our metal cube. You're gonna see metal cube out, and this is the cut it part, and we must be know that we this is the x dimension of our box, this is the x dimension, and we just copy the x parameter over here, copy parameter, and paste the relative references in the width over here. So this is the width of our ladder strap. Okay, whenever I paste the relative references over here, you're gonna see what it does. It will just make the size of the cutted part of our geometry. I will just turn on smooth wire shaded, and you're gonna see what it does. Let's just uh, select our primitive selection, S and 4 keys shortcut key, or maybe you're gonna just select it over from here. Anyways, what I want to do right now is just align this ladder strap with our geometry. So over here, yeah, we need a transform node. I will just add a transform node over here, shift plus enter, and over here what I actually want to do, I will just copy this metal cube x parameter. You're gonna see we everything we did before, and we just all of these previous things has been coming again and again. We just say paste relative references, and you're gonna see it will align with our geometry. Nice thing, right? So over here what we want to do right now is just we extrude our leather strap. So over here I will add a poly extrude node. I say poly extrude. Okay, okay. So over here I will just add a poly extrude node. I will say tab key, press the tab key, poly extrude node. I will search it and add in my chain over here. And right now I will just say uh, copy this one, maybe this one, 126, copy this parameter and paste it over here, right? Or maybe we will just copy this box one parameter in the z direction, copy this parameter and paste it over here. I know it's not fine, but let's just try this one. Paste the relative references over here, and you're gonna see what it does. And I will just say divided this by 5. Okay, so we play the values as we want, and make sure that you will turn on this output back option, because we want a 3D geometry over here. And over here you're gonna see, let's just say divide this by 5.25, maybe 5.5 works. Okay, so far it's fine, or maybe 5.75. Everything we will adjust later. Anyways, over here what I want to do right now is just I will mm, add a reverse node over here, grab the chain, and I will say reverse, shift plus enter, and you're gonna see it will be fine, quite nice. And this is the leather strap we have been modeled. Right now we just actually let's just delete this normal node, and over here let's just plug them in over here, so we can see everything over here. Okay, so it should be fine. Okay, there is a mistake, you're gonna see. Yeah, this is the mistake. Anyways, and why this happening over here? Okay, I think this is because of this leather strap. Okay, we what we do simply is just divided this by 7, and you're gonna see. I don't know why this sort of thing happening, but we actually uh, adjust this thing over here, maybe 7.5, maybe 7 point or maybe 8.5. Yeah, you're gonna see it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, so it's okay. And over here what I want to do right now, spacebar H. Okay, and let's just add a node, group node over here. Grab the chain and add a group node over here, tab type group, shift plus enter. And what I actually want to do is just I will actually bevel our edges. Okay, here I say it leather strap, LEATHER and bevel. Okay, enter. We select the edges which we want to bevel over here. Let's just select this one, shift this one over here. Okay, and just turn off this flag. Anyways, over here you're gonna see all of the two edges has been selected which we want to bevel. Turn on this one, and over here let's just press the enter key while hover over in your viewport. Make sure your mouse in the viewport, and I press the enter key over here. Okay, so next thing what I want to do is just uh, what I want to do next is just I will add a poly bevel node over here. Okay, okay, I will just add a poly bevel node over here from my tab menu. Poly bevel, bevel, shift plus enter. Make sure select your group first, and we will adjust the value over here, or maybe I will just copy the first parameter where we created our geometry. Okay, this is the circle. Okay, let's just say this poly bevel over here, this one, and I will just copy this parameter, or maybe this poly bevel over here. I will just copy its parameter and paste the relative references over here. I know what I do. Okay, right now it's too much, right, over here, so I will just say some sort of like this, divided this by 2. Okay, and over here let's just unplug this wire over here. We will later plug this wire. Okay, so over here, and I will just again copy the parameter of this 7 deviants and paste it over here. Okay, it will be fine, some sort of like this, and you're gonna see what it is. It will smooth our edges over here. Maybe which value we want to adjust, maybe we say over here we want to divide this by 2.5. you're gonna see what it does. Okay, so it should be fine for both of us. Anyways, I will go with 2. Okay, so next thing, this is our ladder step. This is how we make this ladder step, and over here I will just add a null. Shift plus enter. I will press the Z key over here and just C key over here. I will say LEATHER ladder strap strap out. Okay, over here, and I will just plug them in right now. I don't know what's the hell I did over here. Okay, so this is fine. Over here I was talking about the nodes. I actually align them after pressing the L key, and it makes the mess over here. Anyways, uh, it should be fine. Okay, next thing what we want to do is just we create our ring keys holder. Okay, so how to create that keys holder? It's actually the simple setup as we create our keychain body. You're gonna say it's simple. You're gonna say it's simple. Yeah, it's simple. Okay, so over here I will just say I will add a circle, CIRCLE polygon. Shift plus enter, or maybe I will just this is box, this is box, this is circle. Okay, so this is our logo plate, and this one is our geometry. Okay, okay, I think I get it what it does over here. So let's just unplug them and just grab them over here and just do the thing over here. So it, yeah, this is why I say it messed my work up. Okay, anyways, over here what I do, I will just go on this circle node. I will say 75 sort of deviance. I will say its size on the XY plane, same as our keychain body. I will say duplicate its X parameter, copy parameter, paste it over here like this, and I will just say the same thing over here, copy its parameter, paste it over here. Okay, paste the relative references over here, and right now you're gonna say that our logo plate and our keychain body is big, its size bigger than our keys holder. Okay, so yeah, I know. So over here what I want to do, I will just divide this by as the value we want. I will say divided this by 2. You're gonna see not 2, but I will say divided this by 1.25 and just 1.25 on both sides, 1.25. Okay, so it should be fine. And if we want to move it upwards, we will add a transform node over here. Transform, shift plus enter, and what I actually want to do, I will just go over here, turn on this template display flag, and I will just come up over here, and I want to move it upwards over here. So I will just say copy this parameter of our transform. So this is the X value. Okay, or maybe this one parameter. Okay, this won't work for us. Anyways, I will just copy the this one is our tube sport out. Okay, yeah, this parameter, copy this parameter and paste the relative references over here, right? So I will just say paste relative references over here like this, and it will move it upwards. Okay, so I will just say multiply this by 25. Okay, multiply this by 35. So you're gonna see it will move it upwards, or maybe multiply this by 40. Okay, next what I want to do, I will just say our keys holder X parameter. Okay, again I will add a transform node, shift plus enter. I will copy its name and I will say Y. our keys holder y parameter, or maybe I did mistake over here. This is our x parameter and this is our y parameter over here. Okay, so you're gonna see it will move it upwards and it will align it in the center over here. So we will just come up over here, and this is our x parameter. Copy this parameter and paste it over here. Okay, so it should be fine. Paste the relative references after selecting all of these values, and it should be fine. And you're gonna see it will align it over here. If I turn off this, you're gonna see this is the difference over here. Anyways, next thing what we want is just we want to extrude our geometry over here. I will add a poly extrude node over here. Shift plus enter, and over here I press the enter key in my viewport, but I will just duplicate these values over here, 1 2 5. Okay, copy this parameter, paste the relative references over here. Okay, paste the relative references, and but it will actually extrude it some sort of like this. We don't want it, we want only a small extrusion over here. So I will just say divided this by 5. Yeah, it should be fine, or maybe divided this by whatever we want, 5.5, as the value we want. Okay, I will just say 6. So you're gonna see the results over here are quite nice. Output, turn on the output back check, it should be fine. And right now what we want to do is just I will just say we will add a reverse node over here. Tap type reverse, shift plus enter, and over here we want to actually say cut this part same as we did over here. Okay, so on we add a boolean, and you're gonna see over here what it does on the bottom side. So over here, okay, anyways I will just come up over here on this reverse node, and we will just duplicate all of these nodes, spacebar H over here, and I will just duplicate these nodes over here and over here. What I want to do is just I will adjust its size on this one. So I will just copy the second circle over here, copy its x parameter and paste it in the second over here. So delete channels first, control A, and just paste the relative references over here, and it should be fine. Same thing over here, copy this parameter, y parameter. We'll just say delete channels over here, and I can press the control A key to select all of them. I say paste the relative references over here. It should be fine, right? It should be fine, right? So over here you're gonna see its size has been decreased a bit. Okay, you're gonna see this line, white line over here. Okay, but I want more size to decrease. Okay, so over here I will just say divided this by 1.1, as you can see. Okay, I will say divided this by 1.5, and you're gonna see what it does. Divided this by 1.5. Okay, so it's too much, so over here I will just say 1.25, the half over here, or maybe 1.2. 1.2 should also be fine. Okay, so I think it's worked for us. Okay, and on this extruded part, this poly extrude node, I will just say 6.1 over here. Okay, so let's just say 6.2 if it works. Yeah, it works. So over here I will just say 6. Okay, I will just say 5.9 because we want to decrease its size. So it will just some sort of like this. And what I actually want to do, I will add a boolean node over here. Type boolean, and just some sort of like this, grab all of them and just some sort of align them, and you're gonna see what it does. So this is the thing we have over here, but it's not ready yet. Okay, so if I show you my real world keychain, then you're gonna see we have not only one keys holder, but it's some sort of two parts. Okay, as you gonna see over here, this thing, Yeah, there is some sort of keys in my keychain, but don't worry, you're gonna see this thing I want to tell you. It looks like these are two holders, but it's really one holder. But since we want to copy this keychain you're gonna this keychain you're gonna see we created. Okay, so nice thing. And this is the leather strap over here. As you can see, this is the real world model. Okay, anyways, so I will just say over here we did that thing in a second, but before that let's just bevel our geometry. I will say here I will add a group node, shift plus enter. Okay, same thing over here. Okay, I will just say our, or maybe just copy its name, control C, and I will just say control V over here, keys holder bevel, bevel, enter. And over here we select the part we want to actually uh, bevel, these two things. Okay, and I press the enter key to select them. Here I would like to add a poly bevel node, bevel, shift plus enter. And here I would like to copy the same thing over here from this poly bevel node, copy this parameter, uh, copy parameter, and I would like to say paste the relative references over here. Okay, as you can see. And over here I will just say divided this by 2, yeah, as we want, or maybe 1.5. Okay, and we will just copy the same parameter over here of these divisions, copy parameter, paste the relative references over here, some sort of like this, and it should be fine. You're gonna see. Next thing what we want to do, or maybe we actually want also this sort of bevel over here, so we will just okay, so we will just, I press the escape key or enter key maybe. Okay, we will just grab the points from here also. On this group node I will say grab these sort of points also on both sides, so over here it should be fine. I press the enter key and you're gonna see what it does. Okay, let's just select our keys holder, or maybe delete this node, poly bevel node, and over here control A and delete all of these points and select them again. So over here I say this one, and this one. I hold the shift key, this one. Okay, all of these points has been selected. I press the enter key and now I want to add a bevel node over here, shift plus enter. Same thing, same rule, poly bevel, copy the parameter, paste it over here, paste the relative references, make sure the 0 has must been selected over here, paste the relative references over here. Okay, delete channels. Okay, and now we say paste the relative references, as you can see. Okay, it's not working, so control A, delete channels. Again we copy the parameter over here, so poly bevel node, don't know what's happening over here, delete channels. Okay, node 75. Anyways, let's just right now copy this parameter and select this one, copy parameter, and now paste it over here, paste the relative references over here, and now you're gonna see it should works. Divided this by 1.5 over here, as you can see. And over here we just copy this parameter again and just say paste relative references over here. Okay, you're gonna see now it will actually bevel it on both sides, or maybe over here. Okay, anyways it should be fine. Over here I will just say I will add a mirror node, or maybe clip node, because we want to add some sort of topology on this keys holder, right? So yeah, anyways over here I will just say turn off this thing. Here I will add a clip node, shift plus enter, and I will just add another clip node over here, or maybe we will just copy the y parameter, copy the parameter, paste the relative references over here, some sort of like this, and x parameter, copy parameter, paste it over here. Okay, it should be fine. And right now we want an other clip node over here, CLIP, shift plus enter, and now we want to um, add this over here. Okay, so let's just again copy these y and x parameter, xy or yx. Okay, paste it over here, and just copy the x parameter and paste it over here. Okay, relative references over here. Okay, but here I want not to add this on the x direction, but here 0 tap 1, and you're gonna see what it does. Okay, right now I want the half of our geometry over here, not the full of the geometry. Okay, so over here I will just go on this poly extrude node. I will copy this parameter, I will paste it in the z direction. How I know in the z direction? Because you're gonna see our keys holder has been facing since you wanna know that this is our front of our keychain, this positive z direction. So this is why I know that we paste it over here, direction on over here, control A, and say paste relative references. As you can see, now we have our full geometry, but we want the half of our geometry, so we will just say divided this by 2. Okay, and now you're gonna see we will have only half of our geometry. And over here I want to do one more thing, is just I will add a polydraw node right now. Tab, type polydraw, shift plus enter, and I will just right now press the enter key in my viewport and select this keys scissor one function tool. I will add topology over here like this. Okay, so this should be fine. Yeah, we need to some sort of working like this again and again. So that's why it's called modeling. As you know, if you want to become a 3D artist, then these sort of things are just uh, simple. Okay, you face it in your real life. Anyways, over here the class is too much long, so I will make sure that I will do it faster. Okay, anyways, if it is long or the class is short, the most important part is my students must be understand the lesson. Okay, so I hope if you don't understand anything, tell me in the comments and I will make sure that I will help you out. And that's why I will create that sort of notes. I will actually given you. That's the most scary part, that you will write these notes and nothing I would say over here. Okay, I hate that thing that make notes, but this is the part, otherwise how we would actually grow without notes. Okay, this one, and just this one, this part, this part, and over here, here, it wait a second, over here. Make sure you press the escape key before you add another edge over here. Okay, otherwise it will be like this. You're gonna see over here and over here. Anyways, I just hold the spacebar plus H key and you're gonna see what it does. Since we create our topology, then we make sure that we add a mirror node over here. Shift plus enter, and you're gonna see for our first one. So let's say this one X, maybe capital X, and this one is our Z parameter Z. Okay, so over here I will just say copy this parameter over here and paste the relative references over here. You're gonna see it will work for us. Since we want to move our transform handles up, so make sure do it nicely. If you work hard at this topology over here, paste relative references, and you're gonna see over here we got our first part, but we want our back. So again we add a mirror node. This is the simple thing. Okay, shift plus enter, and right now you're gonna see this is a mess. This will mess it up because we don't want it in the X direction but in the Z direction. Same as you gonna see this one is Z direction. I will add a one value over here, and over here I will just say 0 tap tap 1, and you gonna see what we have got, but we want to align it with our geometry. So what we do, we will just copy those parameters, this Z1 first, and you're gonna see paste the relative references over here. Okay, you're gonna see this is nice thing. And if you want to align that sort of things over here, just align your transform handles over here. Just copy these parameters and paste it over here, X and Y actually, and the X1 also. Okay, so it should be fine. Paste the relative references over here and it should be fine. You're gonna see. Next, what we want to do, I will do one last thing over here. Since I told you that thing that we actually make an two rings over here, rings fusion over here, I will just say add up copy and transform node. Okay, so we just don't randomly copy all of these nodes and just add a merge node and manually align them. That sort of thing is the most, I don't have words for those students. Okay, anyways, over here I will just say we want two rings over here, our keys holder, and I will just want to move it in the Z direction. We know that how much thickness of our keys holder have, so we go on the extrusion poly extrude node over here. We copy this parameter, we paste it in the Z direction over here. Simple. Paste the relative references over here. As you gonna see, this is over here. We all got our second ring also. Okay, and as you can see, since we add the topology before our copy and transform node, it will apply all of those things, our bevel, our topology on that second ring automatically. So this is the thing, you're gonna call it procedural thinking, procedural modeling. Okay, but it's on the basic level. Okay, okay, next what we want to do, I will just add a node over here, null, and U double H, shift plus enter, Z, C, this, and over here I will say keys holder out over here, and some sort of like this, our keys holder out, and enter. Okay, next what we want to do, we will just plug them in over here on this merge node, and let's see what we have got. Okay, next thing you're gonna see that it will affect our next thing you're gonna see it will affect our leather strap. So what we need to do, we will actually adjust the leather strap value. Okay, so over here we will just come up on the leather strap, keys hold this one, and we will just say its width. Okay, sweep, and its width should be around let's just say this one box number 2, and I will just say 1.4. okay, or maybe this x1 1.2. okay, as you can see over here, and the same thing we want to do over here. 6. okay, control Z, control Z, control Z over here. Okay, let's just play with this one. Let's just say 0.6 value over here, as you can see. And over here what we want to do, we will adjust the value of our keys holder over here. I will say we only want 1.2. okay, so over here and over here also 1 point. Okay, so 1.2 over here. okay, and over here I will just say uh, turn on this one and see over here what it does. It should be fine. okay, let's just come over here and see. You're gonna see. Next, let's just move it downwards a bit. So on this transform node, keys y, yeah, from here I think we want to move it downwards. So let's just delete this channel over here, and since 0, and since you gonna say that over here copy this parameter, paste the relative references over here, I will say this thing, and you're gonna see it will always follow the y parameter of this one. And let's just say the x1 over here, it should be fine. And let's just copy this parameter, control Z. okay, let's just copy this parameter, paste it over here in the pivot transform, some sort of like this, and it should be fine. Okay, let's just say we come up over here, and or maybe we turn on this template display flag. I think you may be confused over here. We want to adjust our keys holder. So over here I will say multiply this by 38. So you gonna see what it does. Okay, over here it will move it downwards a bit. Anyways, what we do over here is just, before that, let's just add a transform node, tab type transform. okay, just grab the wire and say tab type transform, shift plus enter, and over here we will move it downwards a bit. We'll just grab the y parameter, copy, and just paste it over here, the relative references over here, spacebar H, and delete channels maybe 0. okay, control A 0. okay, let's just say we want to move it downwards, so we will just grab the y parameter, copy parameter, and just paste it over here in the pivot transform handles like this, and again we copy the x parameter. I think this will be tricky for you, but don't worry, it's not as tricky as you can say. Paste the relative references over here. Anyways, now we want to move it a bit downwards. You're gonna see over here. this should be fine. Okay, so 0.05, 0.05 works for us. Okay, so it should be fine. Yeah, this is the manual thing I can do over here. Yeah, don't worry. Okay, so over here what I want to do, I will press the spacebar plus H key over here. I come up over here and see we actually model our keychain. Now let's just create a simple another variant over here. It's really simple, I promised from you. Okay, so what I actually want to do, I will just turn off these things first. I will select all of them and align them, and what we want, I press the escape key from my keyboard, and we will just go on our keychain body out, and over here let's just make a room over here. Okay, I think that should be fine. Okay, so from here, anyways, it should be fine, so since we understand what this system does. Okay, so over here what I actually want to do, I will add a switch node tch, and since what this boolean is, we actually create our kitchen body, then we clip it, we cut it over here, right? So this is the another variant. Okay, we will just uh, plug them in over here between our switch. And what is this is our the moon part of our keychain, cut it part of our keychain. So we will plug this in, so we got two variants over here, right? Simple. So you're gonna switch them and it should be fine. Right now what I want to do, on this one I will add a node over here, group node. So we want to bevel this, shift plus enter. Here I would say our keychain full body bevel. Anyways, whatever you want to add the name over here, you will add. We'll select which part we want to bevel. This one, bottom one, top one, bottom one. This is nice. Since we select it, press the enter key to select them. Add a poly bevel node, POLYBEVEL, shift plus enter. Over here select the group you create. Okay, so far over here select them, move them upwards. Over here let's just copy this part over here, copy the parameter, paste the relative references over here, some sort of like this, and you're gonna see it will be fine. And over here we will just say copy the deviance parameter, paste it over here, here, some sort of like this, relative references over here, and you're gonna see what it is. And one more thing I want to tell you, I don't do over here, make sure you will add the topology over here, like we did on this one over here, you're gonna see, and the one over here. Okay, the same thing, same rule we applied over here, spacebar H, as you gonna see. This is the thing I want to tell you, make sure you will add the topology over here. Okay, it's really simple. Anyways, spacebar H over here, and I don't do the stats of the topology. Anyways, over here I will just add a null, tab type null. We will say our whole body out, or maybe whatever the name, key chain full body. Okay, I hope so it will suit with our work. Anyways, let's just plug this one over here, some sort of like this. Okay, it should be fine. And over here let's just say align them, L key, press the L key to align them. Okay, and just select all of them and to align them, and you will anyways come up on the switch node and switch between your body and your other things. And whenever you come over here, you're gonna see if you switch, other things work properly with your nodes. Okay, only this thing has been changed. Anyways, and one more thing you want to adjust, you want to adjust this sphere, cube spot, and this ladder strap and its position over here, since it's not in the center. Anyways, I will go with my this variant, it should be fine. Okay, so I am not an 3D artist right now, I am not an material artist right now, I am just a beginner just like you. So this is the truth I want to told you over here. And in our next lesson what we want to do, we will just add some sort of materials, beginner type materials, okay, in our Solaris part, Solaris context, whatever you say, that part. Okay, so for that we will make sure that we will just do some more things over here. Let's just say, since as a 3D artist, if you are here watch this long video, then you I make sure that you must be have a dream to become a 3D artist. Okay, so over here make sure that you will clean your work after a modeling. How? Let's just say, if you're gonna see over here, on this eye icon, you're gonna say there are 3 primitive groups, there are 10 edges groups that we have been created: polybevel, random groups, fill, keychain, full body bevel, exact and etc. What we actually created groups, so we want to delete them because there is no work right now we want to do. Okay, so over here I will just say we will add a group delete node. Okay, shift plus enter over here, and I will say delete unused groups. Over here on this group names, we don't randomly select all of the, since all of the names, since we want to delete all of them, we will just say add a star. Star means all inside Houdini. Okay, in this node, star means all, star means all. Okay, so over here what I want to do right now is just I will add a normal node. Okay, shift plus enter. Make sure you google the normal definitions, but let's just say I want to teach you the I want to tell you the normal definition but I understand after some sort of researching. You're gonna see this is my hand. Okay, and right now my hand is facing upwards on the roof. Okay, and what normal node does, it will just calculates that where my hand face is facing right now. If there is not a normal node I add in my chain, the computer don't know what is the front and what is the back of our model. Okay, so when we add our normal node, then the computer knows that where is the front, what is the front of our model, what is the back of our model, and what is the top of our model, what is the bottom of our model. This is how, since this is the hand is facing the upwards, means our hand is perpendicular to the roof. This is how normal node works. Very simple. Okay, so if you don't understand, make sure you google the normal definition, and I make sure that I will add its definition in the notes that I give you. Anyways, before this, another thing I want to do over here of our next part. So since this is our tube joints, tube support, all of these our metals, expect the leather strap is just a different material. So what I do over here, I will add a merge node. Okay, randomly do over here, and I will add a null over here. Okay, shift plus enter over here, and I will just add a name node over here, NAME. Okay, so this name node is worked in the Solaris part after our modeling. Okay, so over here I will grab all of them. I will say, or maybe I will just plug them in after our merge, because let's just say over here we press the Z key to this one, C key to this one. Okay, so I don't know what materials looks like, but I make sure it's red, and I will say it metal parts. Okay, PARTS, and I will say on this name node its name should be metal same slash parts, PARTS. Okay, and over here I will just really cut them, these connections, some sort of like this, and I will just plug them in some sort of like this after selecting, grabbing. Okay, make sure that you don't add the leather strap one. Okay, so over here I hold the control key. Okay, so okay, it should be fine. I hold the control key over here to unselect this one, and I will just grab all of them and plug them in over here in this merge node. some sort of like this. This is our metal, this is our metal cube, and this is our metal body, metal logo plate. Everything have the same material. Okay, so this is the thing I want to do over here. And the next one is our leather strap. Make sure you add a name node also over here. Shift plus enter. So over here, let's say I will name it leather strap, LEATHER, and I will say slash strap, STRAP. Okay, it should be fine. Next thing I will add, just duplicate this null over here, some sort of like this, and I will say make sure you hold the Y key and disconnect its connection. Okay, some sort of, you when you hold the Y key, you're gonna see a scissor, and when you uh, hold the left click over here and drag, you're gonna see its connection has been cutted over here. Okay, make sure you cut it and then plug them in. Okay, so over here, this is the thing, a leather strap out 2, or maybe we say leather strap. Okay, it should be fine, and we will plug them in over here, or maybe we will just plug this in first over here, some sort of like this. Let's see what it says. Anyways, nothing. Okay, let's just plug this in right now over here, and it should be fine. Okay, so over here, this normal node, why I add normal node over here, not in the chain again and again. So if I add this normal node in one chain, then we must add the normal node in every chain over here, okay, separately. So this is why I add this over here. Next, let's just grab all of them, press the L key to align them. It should be fine, and I will just, maybe you will add another node over here called UV weak shade, or let's just say delete this one, why, and just plug them in over here like this, and just say metal parts is first one. Okay, and over here you will add another node called UV unwrap, WRAP. It should be fine to see your UVs. Okay, so over here, some sort of like this, you're gonna see what it does. But for me, I don't know how the UVs work, and this is the part I must told you. So over here, I don't know how it works. Let's just delete this. Okay, we don't need in this last part to use this UVs. Okay, I will just come up over here on this metal parts out.
Begin yours with mental VFX. Mental VFX. Mental VFX.
And here one more thing we want to do. I actually add a transform node over here. After every of the things, I will add a transform node, NSFORM, shift plus enter, or maybe enter. Okay, here what I want to do, I will just say, I will you're gonna see on my cursor, I will click over here, global animation options. Here I will say we will start 940 to 1120, or maybe 962. Okay, here it should be fine, and we will say apply, and we will say close this window. You're gonna see and on the frame number 1000, I will say I will add a keyframe over here. I will press the P key, and over here if I press the enter key, you're gonna see my transform handles over here. We want to rotate our geometry, right? So let's just say I hold the alt key over here, and I click left click over here, this Y parameter, rotate one, and you're gonna see this is a keyframe has been added over here. And to the way over here, I will just again hold the alt key and click over here, and I will say 360. But it does, you're gonna see that from the keyframe 1000, you're gonna see this is the basic animation. We have actually code spacebar H over here. Okay, this is the basic animation. If we want to do these things, play with this animation editor, you're gonna see I press the W key or maybe H key, I don't know. Okay, over here I will say click this one, and I will right click over here. I will say set segments, ease in, ease out, and ease in and ease out, bezier, anything you want to add. If I say ease in and ease out, it should be fine. Maybe ease in over here. Okay, ease in over here and ease out over here. So over here I will say ease out. You're gonna see what it does. And if I come up over here, you're gonna see what it looks like. So I hope you will enjoy this every model has a beginning series. So if you learn something new, make sure that you will subscribe my channel, and I hope so in the future I will make more tutorials better than this one. Okay, uh, like this. Okay, better than this one. See you in our next lesson. Allah Hafiz.
In every vision, in every dream, a spark of creation begins unseen. Every artist starts with a single frame. Every legend once had no name. Through the fire, through the light, building the future, shaping the sign. From imagination to reality, from unlearning to mastery, one step forward, one creation at a time. Design it, build it, shape it, bring it to life. The next great artist, the next great creator could be you. Every model has a beginning. Every master has a beginning. Begin yours with Mentor VFX. Mentor VFX.